All right, so Charlie, I want to ask you a question. Does body count really matter in a relationship? Like, and I'm asking this question to both the guys and then the ladies. Does body count really, really matter in a relationship? Or, let me even put the question this way. Does body count matter to you? This is Royalty TV series. Kindly subscribe, like, share, and then put us on post notifications so that whenever we post, you get to see what we are doing on this very platform. Don't forget that Perfect Match Extra Season 3 has started. So the question whether body count matters or not became, one of the discussion subjects on this week's episode of Bants, Rants, and then Confession with Kidi and Cookie. And I think that everybody provided some good points and all that. But before, let's go and then watch the replies.
Tell me about yourself.
Now
I've been with 1,000 girls.
You've bothered me because now I'm already in love with you. I'm in the relationship because I love you. It's not about the number of people you slept with in the past. But now you've put me in a position where I have to now sit there and be thinking, so you've been with all these people. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Whatever you've done in the past was in the past. Once I'm with you, we started something new. It's fresh, and that's all I care about. Okay. Our body count is 1-1. That's it.
Men's way of thinking is very different from us females. And I see Kidi nodding his head. So with you, Kidi, the same question goes to you, applies to you.
What's the question?
When it comes to body count, does it matter how many the woman has been with?
Again, you don't have to agree, but this is my personal opinion.
Right.
If we're just having a good time, we're having fun, I don't care.
Okay.
But if you're somebody that I'm going to be calling mine, you're somebody I'm going to be taking home to mama. If you're somebody I'm going to be walking out with and holding hands with proudly, it's my truth. It matters.
Right.
I don't want to walk into a space and all the guys in there are like eyeing each other like no, it's again ties into ego.
Exactly.
It bears very like this is my truth. You don't have to agree with me. I do not want a woman who has bore her soul out to too many people. Because then when I meet you, I'm meeting a very degraded version of your soul.
How are you meeting a degraded version of the person's soul? Because of the men that she's been with. How does the amount of men degrade their soul?
Women and men operate differently, emotionally, physically.
Yes.
Even though it's not always the case, there's women that operate like men. Okay, if that's what's worked with you, that's fine. But for a lot of women, they give themselves to men based on some kind of emotional connection,
right?
Which is a thing,
right?
So it means if I'm judging by that, if you're giving yourself to, let's say, throw me a figure, 50 men,
emotionally and sexually,
it means by the time I get there, you've given yourself to. I'm not even when I say you're giving yourself to, I'm not even talking about sexually, but it means you've given yourself emotionally to 50 men who have all obviously done you wrong in some way because you're here. Or maybe not, but you're here because you're single.
Right.
It means 50 people that you've been with did not work. Right. It means at some point in time, and we all know that when you give yourself to people, after it doesn't work, you shed a part of you. There's some bits of you that you shed when you leave somebody.
You
go to the next person. Yep. You go to somebody else, you shed some part of you because you learn something from there.
Exactly.
So if you've shed 50 bits of you, what is left for me?
Okay, so what about in that shedding, she developed and became a better version of herself?
You still shed.
Yeah, but you shed all the negative. Because there are some instances when a woman is growing and dating and meeting people.
There's not 50 negatives about a human being. After you shed the first 10 negatives, what begins to shed is positive.
That's not true.
I'm coming. It's not always the case, but now, after probably your 10th person, what you're beginning to shed is the purity that you have in you is beginning to diminish. Now, you don't look at the world in the same perspective, in the same eye. You don't look at the world as, oh, wow, the world is
and that's
rosy
good because the world is not rosy.
Yes, I agree.
Sorry, Rosie.
So this is the question I am asking today. So this is the question that personally I am asking today, whether you think that body count matters in a relationship or not. For me, it matters, yes. And I like the answer that Kidi gave on the show, that if you are somebody that I'm just smashing or something like that, I don't really care if you have 2,000 body count and all that. But if you are somebody that, as in my serious babe or somebody I want to marry, of course it matters. Because look, nobody wants a woman that so many men have had. Like, no man. And personally, I think that it will not augur well for me if I enter somewhere with my babe and Charlie, people are just say, oh, this one I chop, this one I chop. You know, as men, it is very embarrassing. And whenever I hear this, you know, that my past is my past. Of course, your past is not your past. Yes, you know, and this is something that a lot of women don't know. Your past is not your past. A man is judged by his future. A woman is judged by his past. And even if you are a man and Charlie, a lot of women, you know, have had their way with you, you are still not, you know, like that. And there are so many women that I know that if you are a man and Charlie, your body count be plenty, they will not also be interested in you. So for me, generally, I think that body count, it matters, yes, but I cannot give you a figure that, you know, this is too much or this is okay. I think that it can be judged on an individual basis, but, you know, body. And for me, I don't even ask the question about body count because the person will lie. You know, the person will lie because nowadays, if you meet a woman, on the average, they will tell you that their body count is between 3 and 5. Yes, most women you meet, generally, those who decide to answer this question, they will tell you that their body count is between, you know, I can tell you that they will give you a figure between 3 and 5. Yes, so it doesn't mean they are telling the truth. It doesn't mean they are telling the truth. So this particular question, I think that, you know, it's somewhere be like that. But you can also let me hear from you in the comment section. Personally, I say that body count really matters, and it matters to a lot of men. Let me hear from you in the comment section. This is Royalty TV Studios. Kindly subscribe to this channel, like, share, and then put us on post notifications so that whenever we post, you get to see what we do on this very platform.
Etoda Oshedan bi omode light aye no wonran bi si ho a na bi sample say electrician no tua ne kade kai say about domestic installation, industrial installation, commercial installation, solar panel installation, security camera installation, electrical fencing na company papa omoye ne simple na ye fe a simple way electrical engineering omo board da form about down ho wiring nyina omoye ni nyina ma kama sia kakra bi ni nye adwuma ne ma o ye din the simple way electrical engineering. Francis here 0249 607839 and 0266 560669. Your Doko Pacific Oil Pair. Simple way electrical engineering. You big you mama ni ye fair.